All right, now we're going to take a look at the four mallet, and we're going to walk through the whole piece with you step by step. A few things up front. This piece is from the Romantic era, Andante by Ferdinando Carulli. And what that means to me is that it needs to be very expressive. You can push and pull with the tempo. You can play the phrasing. There's the sighing motif that happens. It's very individualistic, highly expressive. That's the challenge of this piece. It's not really a technical piece. You definitely need to have a strong foundation with your single independent, single alternating, double verticals. There's no lateral strokes in there, but I throw that into my warm-up routine as well. Make sure that you're really comfortable with that. But the key challenge here is making this musical and balancing the voices in this piece, because there's a lot of that. Part of that balancing of the voices happens with your mallet selection. So I'm using the IP 502s in my left hand and 503s in my right hand. Most of the melodic material, all the melodic material pretty much, is in the right hand. So I make that choice to make the accompaniment just a little bit softer in the left hand. I'm going to do that with touch as well, but it helps to have a graduated set of mallets, I think. All right, let's take a look and let's just walk through. I'm going to play this opening statement for you, and then we'll break it down. So what we're going for here in these opening things is I'm following the direction of the line mostly. I'm paying attention to where the phrase marks are, and I'm trying to make those feel like a musical idea. So I'm making choices to slightly crescendo, slightly diminuendo, a little breath here and there. You can follow that phrasing in what I just did, but what my ultimate guide is are those phrase markings up above. That tells me where the musical sentence begins and ends. So you might crescendo it up and down, you might diminuendo slightly, but as long as you're sort of staying within that mezzo forte range. We talked about this idea earlier, maybe it was in the two mallet thing where we talked about dynamics as a range, right? So you've got mezzo forte to forte. Well, mezzo forte is a span of that much, so you've got some room to play with there. So you can use that to your advantage. Now, a technical thing in this that comes up with this one. This position of the right hand, right, with an accidental on the outside mallet. Often I'll see students come in and play, and they'll want to hike up their elbow like this to play with an accidental on the outside bar. All you've really got to do is adjust your wrist curvature, okay, or think about your wrist curvature, okay? And for an accidental on the outside mallet, wrist curvature decreases. Simple as that. You don't have to hike up your elbow. What that is wanting to maintain this wrist curvature here, up here. See that? We don't want that. You can relax your shoulder down here and decrease your wrist curvature, and now you're in position to play that from a much more relaxed place and also better orientation to the bar. You're going to get a darker, warmer sound from here than you're going to get if your elbow is up here. You're going to be playing on the top of the mallet. You're going to lose the articulation there. All right? This is another thing that I often tell students is you don't realize how much your body positioning affects the tone. All right? So check this out. I'm going to play C major. I'll play an F major chord. So it's a little deeper on the instrument. All right? And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change my body position, and you're going to tell me if you can hear a difference in the sound. Here goes. Now, when I do that, I can hear, when I hear, the sound gets muffled. And the reason that it gets muffled is you're going up on the top of the mallets. You're not getting the full resonance of the bar when you do that. So your body position is really important when you play. And this one has some spread positions in it. So you'll need to think about bar placement and body positioning in this piece. That's a really important thing.